Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Today is June 30th. Actually, it might be July 1st today. Hold on. No, it is June 30th. Okay, I was right. Today is June 30th. It is my day off, and as you can see, I have all my plant babies surrounding me, and I am about to do some planty chores. I do need to water quite a few of my babies today. I can tell because a lot of them are starting to droop. And I'm the type of person, because I'm a typical overwaterer, I'm starting to just lay off of the water a bit and only water when my plants show me a sign that they need it. So for example, if I see drooping leaves, or sometimes like my plants that have the longer branches, I can see the branches, instead of like standing tall, they start to like wilt a little bit. So I try to wait to see a sign that they actually need the water rather than just watering them on a typical schedule. So for example, I'm going to show you my Monstera adansonii. You can kind of see her right here. Usually her leaves are a lot less wilted than this. She is definitely showing signs of thirstiness. And even when you look at her soil, it looks pretty dry. Try to get that so you guys can see it really clear. But yeah, it just looks very dry. And I know for a fact I have not watered this girl, and probably it might be almost 2 weeks. So yeah, we're gonna get started with that. We're gonna give them all, or not all of them, water, but the ones who need it the most. I know for a fact some of them have had water recently. Like I know I just watered, I'm like even scared to take it down, but this big girl, I just watered her. I want to show you guys though. This is my pride and joy. This is my Anthurium crystallinum, and it's putting out this new gorgeous huge leaf. But I know that she does not need water because I literally just watered her the other day. So I know that she is fine, and her leaves are not showing any signs of thirstiness. So she is just perfectly fine. So I'm going to leave her alone. But this is just to compare how I just look at them and know that they need water. Another one that I know is good on water right now, or actually, it might need a bit of a drink. This is my Philodendron verrucosum, and I'm thinking I might need a drink because this one is actually still in moss. It's not in soil, and the moss looks fairly dry. So I may actually have to give that one some water today. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to get right into it. All right, guys, so I got my watering can, and what I like to do is, so I actually do two things. Usually I take filtered water from our refrigerator. So like our refrigerator has a dispenser on it that, like most refrigerators, that dispense water and ice. So I usually take the water from there and fill up my watering can. But as of lately, I've been trying to do something different because the water that comes out of that refrigerator is kind of cold, and I don't want to be putting cold water directly on my plants, as it can in fact shock the roots. This is something I learned recently, so I don't want to do that anymore. So what I've been doing as an alternative for watering my plants is, let me put this down, I pre-make my water solutions. So I have 1 gallon of filtered water that has been sitting for several days. So it's room temperature at this point. And I put 2 capfuls of SUPERthrive. SUPERthrive is just like an additive that you can get from your local Home Depot or Lowe's, or even Amazon, I think, carries it. It's not necessarily a fertilizer, but it does have vitamins in it that will help your plants. So it's not a fertilizer, but you can add it to your fertilizer. Anyways, I put SUPERthrive 2 caps into a gallon of this, a gallon of water in this container, and I let it sit for several days so that it can be room temperature by the time I'm ready to use it. And then I also take a gallon of, this is water from my kitchen sink, so a gallon of tap water, and I put in here mosquito bits. That's what you see at the bottom. And the mosquito bits are just my solution to fighting off fungus gnats that are in the soil of my plants, or I just find like flying around in my room. Mosquito bits, fungus gnats hate the smell of mosquito bits, so it works as a repellent. So I take half of this and half of this water, and then I pour it into my watering can, and that's how I water my plants. Or that's what I've been doing as of lately, should I say. And so far so good. I've only done it twice now. This will be the third time, so I can't say if it works better or not just yet, but I think it's doing a good job. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and mix both of those water solutions into my watering can, and then just start watering the ones that I know need water. Some of them, like I said, I just watered them, so they should be fine. So you won't see me water every single one, but you will see me water quite a few of them. I don't actually measure anything. So when I'm pouring, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. You can be more precise than me and actually measure out half and half of each solution. But I'm not a measurer, you guys. I kind of just eyeball it, use my best judgment, and that's how I go about it. But to each its own. So I'm going to start off by watering my Adansonii, because like I said, this one is definitely pretty droopy. Yeah, she does not normally look like that. Ooh. And I always make a mess. Like, I have carpet below me, so it's okay, but it's kind of not okay. So usually I try to put down a towel or something, so that way I'm not spilling everywhere. I actually need to repot this girl pretty soon, so maybe this weekend I'll repot her, because she does need to be in a bigger pot. She's been in that pot for a while now. Oh, I forgot one important thing. Let me go grab it. One tool that is very essential for my watering process is my moisture meter. This moisture meter right here has saved me so much. This helps me to not overwater my plants. Usually I'm pretty good at eyeballing and just knowing that my plants need a drink, but if I'm ever skeptical or I can't tell 100% what's going on, I would just use this moisture meter. And it does have two other settings on it for pH and lighting, but I don't use those settings. I just keep it on moist. That is the setting I use all the time. And if it's too dry or needs a drink, it will be over in the red section. Or if it's already saturated and it does not need a drink, it's kind of hard to see because there's a glare, it'll be over to the blue or the green section. So anytime I see it in the red section is when I decide to water. So I'm going to use this because I can't remember when I watered my Monstera Peru last. Oh, it says she's dry. So let me try to show you guys just so you can see. So I already stuck her in the soil, the moisture meter. Come on, glare. And as you can see, it is pointing to dry. So the red section. So she definitely needs a drink. I'm not going to give this one too much though, because it is a smaller plant, so it doesn't need a lot. But I'm going to give it just a little drink. Another thing that I've been trying to be really careful of, so I use pebble trays for humidity for a lot of my plants. My Monstera Peru is one of them. So typically this pebble tray would be filled with a little bit of water, and then the plant would sit on it like so, and that would just help boost the humidity. However, I was noticing that I was putting too much water in this pebble tray, and the plant, my Monstera Peru, was actually drinking it. Like, as you can see, there's no water in here now, and that's because it literally drank most of the water from the drainage holes on the bottom of the pot. So it was essentially just bottom watering my plant rather than giving it the humidity. I mean, I guess it was doing both, but I didn't want it to bottom water it. So I just been trying to be careful of how much water I put on my pebble trays, because I do not want to overwater my plants accidentally. So I just thought I'd mention that, because I'm sure I'm not the only person that uses pebble trays, and I don't know if anyone else has had that experience where you put too much water on the pebble tray and next thing you know, your plant is essentially being bottom watered instead of getting humidity. It's okay though. I caught it literally like right in the nick of time, but had I let it go on for too much longer, I probably would have had major plant damage. Now back to this Peru. I'm sorry, Varicosum. Yeah, this moss is definitely dry. I'm actually contemplating if I want to repot. I have a couple of plants that are in moss right now, and I know that they need to go into soil, because moss, it definitely can be a forever situation, but that's not what I want for my plants. I usually just use the moss to help grow and get the roots going, and then I take it out and put it into soil. Plus this Varicosum I bought online, and it came to me in moss, so it's still in the moss that it came to me in. So I do want to repot it, but I don't think I'm gonna have time today, so maybe this weekend. Hopefully it'll dry out from between now and Saturday, and then I can repot it on Saturday, because I think it's time. All right, who else? Let's get our moisture meter. I'm gonna check on my Cebu Blue. Oh, she's pretty dry too. I think almost all of my plants are going to be dry at this point. I've been busy. Just a little bit. Ooh, definitely dry. Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely dry. My dragon scale. Y'all, there is a story behind this dragon scale. I've talked about it on my Instagram page. Maybe I'll do a story time one day. But I am excited to see that she is getting a new growth right down there. So that would be the second leaf that it puts out while in my care. This was the first one. And you can definitely see that the size of this leaf is way bigger than the baby leaves that it came with when I bought it. So clearly I am doing something right when it comes to the dragon scale. So I'm excited about that. But she is definitely dry. So I'm going to give her some water. Okay, I know that my pink princess is dry, so I'm not even going to use my moisture meter for that one. I am just going to give it a good drink. Alright, and then in the way back is my philodendron. Let me see if I can bring it forward. It is my philodendron Campo, I can't say it, my philodendron Camposportatum. Camposportatum. I can't. I'll put it on the screen. Let me bring it forward just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This baby right here. She is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I wish I can pronounce it, but I can't. So I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But this one I ordered online as well. Majority of my plants I order online. And it's working on a new leaf. You guys see? Yep, working on a new leaf. So that's exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one a little drinky drink. Not too much though, because this one is so small. And then, so for my plants that are my string of plants, so like my string of hearts, string of pearls. These are all the plants right here. And then like my string of turtles. I am not, let me see if I can bring you guys a little closer, but I am not going to water those because typically I like to bottom water them. So I'm going to wait on those because I need to go get my little trays so that I can bottom water them. So I'm going to wait for this section because all of these are my string of plants. This is just a regular string of hearts. And then I have my variegated string of hearts. I'm not going to show you guys everything because I do plan to do a houseplant tour, like to show you all of my plants in depth. I just wanted to show you a couple on here today. Today is about watering, okay? That is the focus. I keep showing you every plant. But let me go back to watering and yeah. Oh, this one does not need any water. Okay guys, so yes, I look a bit different right now. I totally forgot to film an outro before it got way too hot. Today is one of the days where it's like a heat wave going across the country. I know like several states are experiencing high temperatures, Maryland being one of them. It is extremely hot outside, but it's also hot in our home, and we have the air running. It's just that the air can't keep up. And anyways, I say all that to say I got hot and tired real fast while watering my plants. I'm finally done now, but I couldn't even record anymore because I just couldn't even focus. So if you liked this video and you stuck around to the end, I thank you. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment if you can. It really does it doesn't help me in any way because I don't get paid for this, but it makes me feel good at the bottom of my heart, okay? So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, you can always comment if you have any type of videos you wish to see from my channel, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Bye, green friends. See you later.